Hello, I'm Adam Riley, Director of Software Engineering here at Enso, and today I'm here to share with you the April product update. So, giving you an update of some of the new features we've added to Enso over the last month. So, first up, I want to share some improvements we've made to Excel workbook reading. So, this is the prepping data workflow from week 3, 2024. So I've gone back to this to show how we've improved the product to make this workflow easier to build. And specifically, it's this section over here. So if I just focus in on this section for now, so you can see the data for this particular challenge came in an Excel workbook, and that workbook had 4 different sheets. Quite a common format that you find that people use multiple sheets in Excel to give you their data. And previously in Enso, we had to use 4 individual read components to read each of those 4 worksheets, and then we're uniting them together to get the total 48 rows for the rest of our process. It's not too bad with 4. Beyond 4, it begins to get difficult. So in the latest version, we've introduced a new component, which is the read many component. By default, it will read in all of the sheets and combine them together with a sheet name field on the front. So you can see the 48 rows here is the same as the 48 rows here. But alternatively, you can select which sheet you want. So you can choose in this multi-select, Q1, and then as I select them, you can see the row count building up in the background. It gets to the 48 rows that we had before. So what it means is that all of these components here can drop down to this single component. So it's much cleaner. We can then replace that in this join here and remove all of these components. And what that means, of course, is being a lot smaller, we can actually fit all of this over here, the workflow, which leads to a much cleaner, much easier experience. Other few things we've done, a few small improvements to the GUI front end. We've made the output port, so where you drag to add a new component, you can see this line under here. We've made it a little larger, a little more easy to grab, so you can add in new components easier. Also added the ability to color individual nodes, so individual components. So if you wanted to, say, highlight a particular section for documentation, you can then use this color picker and choose what you want for that section. We've also added a new multi-select component menu. So if I select these 4 components here, you can see at the top we get 4 components selected. So we can color all 4 of those as one. So if we use color to designate documentation, also got a delete button up there to delete all 4, and also we can group in this new menu. So pressing the group will collapse those nodes as we've seen previously, but just with an easier one-click button to do. The next thing to show you is a brand new component, which is the Table.Running Component. So again, I'm going to stick with this workflow. I'm going to just take some data out from over here and select a few columns from it to show this next feature. So this particular data set is some flight data. So I'm going to choose, I'm going to take the date, the flight number, and the price, just so we've got a slightly smaller data set. And the new component we've added is the Table.Running component. So this allows you to do running totals, in fact, running number of statistics. So on the drop down, you can see what we're able to do running things off. So we do counts, minimums, maximums, sums, all the way down to standard deviation, skew, and kurtosis if you're so inclined to do running. But for the purpose of the demo, I'll do a running sum. So if I do running sum over price, then as you expect, it gives you the sum as it goes down. So we're also able to do a minimum. So at a given point in the table, this is the minimum price paid for a flight. We're able to group by, so we can do minimum price for a particular flight number. So you can see the PA010 at this point, 2,380 is the cheapest, and then at this point it's 825. You notice it keeps the rows in the original order, but lets you reduce the thing. And equally, we can apply an ordering. Again, doesn't change the order of the columns. So you'll notice on the date, 22nd of July 24, the cheapest price of that date was 200. If I round out and order it by date, you can see that calculation. The last thing to show you is we've added data link support for Snowflake in the Cloud Catalog project. So we added Snowflake connectors last month. You're now able to add a Snowflake data link. So if I add a new data link, you can see we've got Snowflake connection, all the usual things to set it up, account, database name. And of course, for passwords, you can use a Enso secret again, purely stored in your cloud. So I've got you can see it's in the background here. Snowflake password is stored securely in my data catalog, and I can use it inside my Snowflake data link. So that's some highlights of all the things we added this month. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next month and sharing some of the new things we've added. Thank you. Goodbye.